Outdoor Connection, the worldwide hunting and fishing authority. Experience the adventure you've always dreamed of with Outdoor Connection.
Tim
O'Hagan.
Chris Lemke.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
We're here at Bear Creek Outfitters in western Colorado. We're on a elk hunt. It doesn't look like elk rifle hunt right now because it kind of looks like archery season out here.
Yeah, just ended.
But I feel like that might change over the next 5 days. We also do, or Tim also does mule deer and bear hunts, but we're here after an elk for the first rifle season. Maybe Tim, you can tell us a little bit about your operation.
Well, we've got about 30,000 acres wrapped up, 17 or about 8,000 private, landlocked, 6 to 7 miles to any asphalt. Got cabins, drop camps on the private ground to hunt the public, much less the main camps, West Muddy, Bear Creek, and they hunt on mainly the private, and it's a wonderful thing. We've got one of the biggest resident herds in Colorado here, and saw our mountain lion today. So yeah, Brian will tell you. See lions, bears, saw over 50 bear over the archery season. And
well, we were interested in talking with you. You do have kind of a unique situation here. You've got a main camp with several bunkhouses here for lodging, and then several spike camps as well.
Yep.
You got private land and access to national hunting land that is
exclusive private guiding. Nobody else is allowed to guide up there, and it's almost impenetrable anyway, unless you get a helicopter or you're a native and know some secondary trails, which is a good thing. They'll push some of those elk up those sand slides that you see up there, and it's just a wonderful thing the first week because they're in here thicker than thieves, the elk. They really and truly are. And we'll get to visit up and see some ponds, and I can show you. I wasn't out there with a pogo stick. There's nothing but track everywhere, and it's all fun. Got a game room right up there, 25 by 50, big screen TV, pool tables, the works. Keep people happy once the hunt is over. And
so people who want meals.
Yep.
This is the place that we go here, Bear Creek, the main lodge. If you want to do more of a remote spike camp, they've got that.
Yep.
And all of it's for a reasonable price. And for hunters who you've got guides and so forth, but don't need as much hand holding as some of the other places who are not exclusively thinking about trophy elk. Fourth day of the hunt. John made a 150-yard shot, very little blood. We're going to start following up this trail. There's the hat. This is Curly, he's helping us out here. Hey, that's a nice cow. Great shot.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm here at Bear Creek Outfitters. Got a good chance to shoot my elk on the 13th. I shot at 275 yards on the run. But really wanted to get a off-color bear because I've shot in plenty of black bears, so I really wanted to get a different color. bear. Sat up on Dusty's pond and had some mule deer come in, acting all nervous. First I thought it was me, but wind wasn't right. And a little while later, bear popped out. We shot it. It was a great hunt. Good time. Thanks.
Some meat on the meat pole. Well, just to summarize here at Bear Creek, we've had a great week of hunting. We're here at the main camp, and you basically have three options. Here at the Bear Creek main camp, it's like wilderness with a roof over your head and a hot shower. And it's very unique, you know, to have a guide and to be able to stay in a warm place and have hot running water and great meals. You can also go to a spike camp with a group, and you're basically on your own. They'll provide the firewood and the propane and so forth, but you're on your own. And then they have something kind of in the middle. It's called their West Muddy Camp. And at this camp, they can have about 10 people. And they've got warm running water there and showers. But unless you ask for it, there's not going to be a guide or someone to cook for you there. So, three basic options. And as far as the animals, the elk here, they're not managed for trophy elk, but there are a lot of elk here, and some of them do grow up really big. But a great place to bring a father and son or a group, and you're going to get into some elk. The bear, better in the earlier seasons when the ranges are still bigger, but we were lucky enough to get one bear this week while we were here, a nice color-faced bear. Also, mountain lion. Later in the year, when the snow comes, they've done really good with mountain lion. And then, of course, the mule deer. The one thing that is trophy here at Bear Creek is their mule deer. Earlier in the season, you're going to find them higher in the mountains. As the season goes, they're going to go closer and closer to the bottom of the mountain, and you're going to have to pick a camp based on the time of the year for the mule deer. Just a couple tips. They hunt elk up here, you know, like a lot of us hunt whitetail, because they've got a lot of ponds that you can set up on the early and the late part of the day. And so you are going to want to dress accordingly, so you're going to be, because you may be sitting a lot of the day, but be dressing in layers, because if you see some elk, you may be going after them, and you're going to go up and down the mountains, and you're not going to want to have too much clothes on. So you're going to want to be prepared for both sitting and spot and stalking here. And they'll even, later in the week, what we did is we actually started doing some elk drives, like you might do with whitetail. So it's a very unique situation as far as that's concerned. Be prepared to spend some time with the guide and some time completely on your own. But they'll put you in a place where it's easy to walk out of, and even if you're not familiar with the mountains, you're not going to get lost. It's a beautiful place to spend a week, and probably the most gorgeous place that I've ever spent a week while hunting. So I think you're going to enjoy your time here at Bear Creek.
Outdoor Connection, the worldwide hunting and fishing authority. Experience the adventure you've always dreamed of with Outdoor Connection.
To find out more information on this adventure or one of the other great hunting and fishing adventures offered, contact your local Outdoor Connection representative.